Okay, so I'm here with a quick video before I have to go wake up my son, and I have to go soon because he's going to be mad at me if I don't wake him up. But basically, I wanted to make this Monday motivational video because I don't call myself a personal trainer, I call myself a health coach. I've been through so many different things in my life that the reason why clients see success with me is because not only do I know about nutrition, training, cardio, quality cardio, you know, how individual everything is for each and every person, and that means with the training and with the nutrition aspect of it, and seeing how people's body takes to certain foods. And I've studied all different types of metabolic dieting and how the body reacts to certain types of food because of me with my Crohn's disease. But I also am somebody that, almost all of you guys know this, struggle with an eating disorder and depression and everything. So my clients see success because, number one, they're not afraid to send me something that maybe is not so great, because I know what they're going through. I know what it feels like to be in hyper-focus to eating bad. But I know how to react to that. All the things that I've learned when I was in therapy, when I was in the hospital for my depression. And basically, I made a video a couple days ago that I posted on my YouTube channel, and I might post this one. But I talk about how there's 4 components of fitness, and I'm not going to get into the whole spiel again about nutrition, cardio, resistance training, and frame of mind. Just like you have to do you have to pre-plan your food, you have to set yourself up to make sure you get up and do your cardio and hit your numbers and make sure it's quality, and then make sure you have your training, whether it's training with me, training with another trainer, training yourself, killing yourself in your workout, whether you believe in my style of training or not, whatever, it works. But you have to do your emotional exercises also. It's so important. And the reason why I say emotional exercises is because we all need to do it. You guys don't realize, but me posting on Facebook my motivational quote every single day and posting my pictures, I'm not vain. I'm extremely humble. I will never talk about me being awesome or anything. I'll never talk about beating people up, even when, I mean, I do jiu-jitsu, even when, because I say when, because I'm a determined person, when I do become a higher belt, I still won't talk about being like this crazy, bad, $8 jiu-jitsu person. Like, I'm humble. I can always learn something. Let's just say if I'm ever one day a black belt, there's still 1,000 million people that are better than me. So, whatever. Getting back to the other thing. So, you have to do your exercises, okay, every day. This is my everyday. Every single day when I first got out of the hospital, what was I told and what was I taught when I was in the hospital? 7 days a week. That's why I critique my clients' food logs 7 days a week. That's why the food logs are praise, correct, praise. I learned PCP sandwiches. So no matter what, when I'm correcting a food log, whether it's a absolutely phenomenal food log, or whether it's Oreo cookies all day long, which are clearly not in the guidelines, that I literally will not ever start it out on a bad note. But, again, ADD, getting back to the issue at hand, you have to do your homework. It took me years, and I'm still doing it now. It's been 13 years. This is my way. We all have to find what our way is. So every morning when I first got out of the hospital, literally, I got out of the hospital, I was doing intensive outpatient therapy. If you want to read my story, jenn.m.aguirre.com, jenn.m.aguirre. Who's Jen? Most of you have read it already, but some of my new friends, if you haven't, check it out. But when I got out, I went to intensive outpatient therapy. And literally, I had to make sure that I did my homework every day. So every morning, I had to write a positive affirmation 3 positive affirmations in the morning and at night. And one of them was something, at least one of them, was something that I don't believe, but that I want to believe. So I was not to get too much into the spiel, but when I was younger, I was told that I was stupid over and over and over and over and over again. And for years, I always thought I was this stupid female chick that would never, ever amount to anything. I would just be the wife of some man that was just going to work, and I was going to be a stay-at-home mom cooking turkeys and crap, and that I would maybe work at McDonald's while I'm trying to find a man. Like, these are all the ridiculous things. And that's what I believed. I mean, that's part of the reason why I never became a trainer, because I didn't believe it was, I was told that it's not a prestigious enough job, and that a family member specifically that's in the story would be embarrassed to admit that their daughter was a personal trainer. Not my mom, so obviously that leaves out the other person or whatever. But literally, like, these are all the things that I had to psych myself, and occasionally, every now and then, that word stupid comes to me, or somebody says it, and it's a trigger word for me, but it was 10 times worse back in the day. So one of my positive affirmations every morning and every night is, I am not stupid, among other things that I wanted to believe. And then I'm going to end, so make sure you do your exercises. That's why in my email that I send out to all my new clients when they first get it, along with all the information, I include some motivational reading books I suggest, like Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. I mean, these are all books that I live my life by, the 4 agreements. And basically, like, what I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave you with, which has nothing to do with what I just said, is a little secret. So I always say, don't ever be afraid. Like, that's one of the things, like, no fear. You know, don't be afraid to do an exercise. Don't be afraid of this. Don't be afraid of that. But it depends on where your fear is focused to. My thing is, I do live in fear. I live in fear every day that I'm going to go into an attack, and that's what keeps me motivated. That's the same, Awaken the Giant Within. If you link enough pain and enough pleasure to one thing, then you will stay focused on the right path, yada, yada, yada. Read the book. But I do live in fear. I live in fear that if I eat something bad, I'll be in the hospital, and then I won't be able to play with my son in a vicious circle. I also live in fear, and that's the reason why have never had a cheat since my son was born. And the only reason why I cheated during pregnancy is because I was physically ill by most of the food that I needed to eat, which is why I was sick and on an IV for the first trimester or 1 month of my pregnancy with my son. And then before that, it was eating from when I first got out of the hospital, healthy. But I haven't had a cheat since the day before my son was born. And the day I delivered my son, I had soup. I don't really consider that a cheat, as opposed to super, super high in sodium. I think I had sushi. And California roll, not raw fish. And but basically, since he was born, June 13th of 2008, I don't eat bad. And it's because I live in fear of getting back to what I was once before. Getting back, and I'm afraid that I will not have the strength again to get out of that. And I don't ever want to be there. It was horrible having an emotional breakdown and checking yourself into the psych ward at the hospital. And I am a totally different person. When people say people don't change, I don't believe that, because I hugely had an epiphany. This chick right here that you see every day on Facebook is nothing like the chick before I went into the hospital. Nothing. The smallest little thing would have affected me. I didn't take responsibility for my actions. I blamed everything on family members, no support, no this, I'm like this because of this. So when you acknowledge what the problem is, learn from it, take responsibility for it, and do all the right things to move in the right direction, doing your emotional homework every single day. There's so much damn negativity in this world that you got to get rid of it, and you got to stay positive to you. If you didn't notice my picture of me with my butt crack hanging out, yeah, somebody made a negative comment to it, and immediately I made a comment, sorry that you feel that way, that you think that my body is marred by ink and my tattoos. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, and I will not allow that garbage in my life. So she was gone. Peace. Unfriended in seconds. So I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent. This is now 9 minutes, so it definitely has to go to YouTube. But I love you. Live in fear to not wanting to be back to the weight that you either once was and now you're on a way to a new goal, or live in fear of never wanting to hit rock bottom. Do your exercises every day. Make 5 minutes in the morning and at night. I mean, it's all about time management. You need to make just as much time for prepping food, doing cardio, training, and doing your emotional exercises. All of them are important. So important. You cannot leave out not one of them. And you can have the body you want. You can have the emotional state of mind that you want. You can have the job that you want. All 4. I promise you. All 4. Okay? I love you. And I gotta go. yeah, he's going to kill me. Actually, he hasn't yelled for me, so maybe he's in a deep trance. Yeah, bye.